So where have you gotten the best and the maybe worst or most disappointing response to your book so far?
Well, I haven't been disappointed with any of the responses, but I think the best response in terms of just the right audience finding the right book was yesterday's Berkeley High. Those kids are super engaged and smart, and it's funny because the kids that I spoke to in the Midwest, who were also super engaged and smart, they all dressed like Oakland gangsters, and the kids in Berkeley High all dressed like New York hipsters. It was really funny. It's like the Oakland gangster has moved to Chicago, and you know, everyone in Berkeley is dressing like an extra from Juno. It's I mean, not that they weren't snappy dressers, they were great and all, but they were really into it, and they had good questions. I had some pretty good questions in Redmond, in Washington State, outside of Seattle. Probably the most disappointing response I got, although it wasn't the whole of the response, was in Joliet, Chicago, where they asked me what kind of car I drove, and I said, I don't drive a car, I don't have a car, and they nearly booed me off the stage. And I totally get that, because Joliet, when you drive there from Chicago, it's like being one of those Flintstones cartoons where they recycle the backgrounds and the same 6 houses go by over and over again, only it's the same strip mall with the same 6 stores. And if I lived in Joliet and didn't have a car, I'd probably go crazy. So I totally get the blank look of absolute disbelief that someone gives you when you announce that you're an adult with money in your pocket who didn't spend it on a car. But you know, of course, it's $20 a day just to drive a car in the center of London. It's $14 an hour to park it, and it's $8 a gallon to fill it up. So there's plenty of reason. And the land speed of surface vehicles in London hasn't changed since the Great Fire. It averages 7 miles an hour.
You ride your bike out.